third week in the April of that year, more than 1,000 Vietnam veterans gathered in Washington to protest American involvement in the war. On Friday the 23rd, in a culmination of the events of the week, the protesting veterans were scheduled to march on the steps of the Capitol and discard their medals in a symbolic gesture of their feeling of having been discarded themselves by the nation. These were my brothers, not starry-eyed intellectuals or malcontents dedicated to the overthrow of our form of government, but soldiers and Marines, many of whom had paid for their perspectives with shattered lives and shattered limbs. They were now saying that their sacrifices had been meaningless, that my sacrifice had been meaningless, and that the precious blood spilled by our dead and maimed fellow veterans had been meaningless. For years I had been hearing similar rhetoric from anti-war spokesmen whose ideology was foreign to me. But I was now hearing it from those young men whose kinship with me had been forged in the bloody crucible of Vietnam, and its impact, like a lifting fog from a shrouded landscape, stripped me of my remaining self-delusions. On Thursday night, before the climactic last day's events in Washington, I took my medals from our bedroom closet and debated whether I should drive to Washington and throw them away. As I sat silently in the dimly lit closet, feeling the weight of the bronze and silver in my hand and studying the red, white, and blue stripes of my silver star and the majestic cameo of George Washington on my purple hearts, I knew that I would never part with them. They had cost me too dearly. And though now I clearly saw that the war in which they had been earned was a wasted cause, the medals still represented the dignity and the caliber of my service and of those with whom I had served. I could no more discard them than I could repudiate my country, my Marine Corps, or my fellow veterans. As I put them away, I was very sad and very tired, but grateful nonetheless that my children were asleep in their beds in America rather than anywhere else in the world.